Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekly reading. I decided not to do a specific full moon reading for this full moon just because of how I normally do my weekend vibe and my weekly readings. The energy was just going to overlap anyway. So between the weekend vibe and this weekly reading, the full moon energy, you know, it is incorporated, I'll say. So we're just going to go ahead and move on with the weekly reading. It is collective, is not specific to any zodiac sign. I will be using the Moonology deck just because this full moon energy will be around, as we start the week. But just know that time as well as the energy is fluid. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. What else? Know that the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable, and you could be anywhere, in the timeline for this message. You could be, this could be something that already passed for you, something you may currently be going through right now, or something that may be to come in the future. So we're going to start out with the tea leaf oracles. As I'm recording this, we have Sun in Aries and the moon just moved into Scorpio. It is April 13th. So we're going to see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this week. So we have two cards out. So we have a ring, and it says a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And then we have out pineapple, which says reconciliation. So with those two coming out, I feel like, for some of you, if you're in that situation, it more so doesn't feel like an actual, like physical marriage, but it more so feels like, someone deciding to commit to something or someone. This could be someone, from your past, or, someone, especially with this pineapple reconciliation here, someone that, you're currently separated from, or with someone you're currently separated from, if it's, in pertaining to a relationship for you. But it could also be a job. Like for some of you, you could be like going back to an old job, or, or even in business, deciding to, commit to something that you didn't previously. I'm getting like the energy of like signing a contract. Because I'm hearing it's a better deal. It's a better deal. And I'm also hearing like no risk, no reward. So whatever this is, whether it's a relationship, and pertaining to a job or a business opportunity, it's almost giving me the energy of like the first time around someone hesitated. Whether this is you or someone you're energetically connected to, or, the situation or circumstance where you were, or you wanted to, or you didn't commit to something in the past. And it's almost like the opportunity may be coming back around again for some of you. And this time it's almost like you're going to take that risk. You're going to make that commitment. You're going to sign that contract. I don't know. it's almost like, but it doesn't, like, I want to say, like, it doesn't feel risky. Because I'm hearing should have, should have. It's something that maybe you should have done, but you should have did, in the past, but you didn't. Um, all of the planets are direct right now. We don't have any more retrogrades right now. At least I don't believe. No, I think we're in the post shadow for Mercury, and Venus went direct yesterday. Let me just double check. Yeah, no planets are retrograde right now. So that's, making me feel like, things are going to, start moving forward. Um, and it could be at a rapid pace, because that's what I'm hearing, rapid pace, rapid pace. It could be really fast, or something could be happening really fast. Almost like impulsive. I mean, we are still in Aries season with that, that full energy. Aries energy can be very impulsive, but it likes to, take action. Um, the Fool card is taking a leap of faith. Let's see what else we get. Grapes, yeah. See, it says we have grapes at the bottom, and it says time to go out and have fun. Which is definitely, Aries energy. It's like, it's giving me the energy of like free-spirited little kid energy. But it doesn't feel reckless. But, for some of you, it might be. So I'm not going to say that it's not, but it doesn't feel that way. Can I get another one? Sure. Yeah, for some of you, this is definitely in regards to business or work, because we have bread and it says period of prosperity and abundance. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have a bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Because now I'm hearing the word bountiful, bountiful. So for some of you, it almost feels like the energy with reconciliation and period of prosperity, like whatever you put into something in the past, some of you, like I said, it didn't feel risky, and it's making me feel like, how can I say this? No matter what the situation, a relationship, job, or business, you put time and energy and effort into something. But it's almost like giving me the energy of it not being reciprocated. And it's almost like now you're getting, like for some of you, it's like getting a return on an investment you made in the past. Whether it was in a person, a place, a thing. Because it feels like, especially with reconciliation here, there was some type of separation between you and whatever this thing is. Because I feel like you're being showered with this bouquet here. Like someone giving you your flowers. How they say. Yeah, because then with the broken bridge, it's this unsuccessful outcome to a problem. It makes me feel like whoever this, outside energy is for you, whoever, I'll say it like this, whoever didn't take the risk to invest in something where you did, wherever they decide to invest in, it wasn't successful. It almost makes me feel like, yeah, they just weren't like, either they couldn't connect or something didn't connect. I'll get one more and then we'll move into the Moonology deck. Can I get one more? Can I get one more? Oh no, Spirit. And see, we have this Aries energy, the Ram. And it says a stubborn, aggressive person. So this could be that energy. I don't know why I just heard the word hungry. Like, so this person, this energy, it almost feels like this is the energy that this person or you could have been in the past, because there was like something lacking, like physically or materially for this person. Yeah, but then we have Mountain, which says major challenge to overcome. And then we have the Lion, time to act. Yeah, see, and then it makes me feel like, yeah, something didn't work out for this energy or for you. And it's almost like, because the Mule says someone extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Yeah. So we got that stubborn energy out here twice. Yeah, and it was just like someone was, someone could have just been very resistant to change. And they're seeing how that energy led to them like being stuck in a bind almost with not, because it says unsuccessful plans, like things not working out. Look, and then we have success in the reverse. So it's like, but it's almost like they're ready. They're ready, or you're ready to overcome, to face this mountain. I don't know what it is, but because it says a major challenge to overcome, which it could be like fear of change. Can I get one more for this Ram energy? What is this Ram energy? Because it feels like someone that could have been passive aggressive. Yeah. Then we have Tree. Affairs with your family. Yeah, this person could have been just going through like family issues. Or trying to like live up to, expectations of a family, but it's like, I don't know. It almost made them angry. Yeah, like I'm just getting that passive aggressive energy. And then we have Vine, which says, seek out information that will help you. And then up under that, we have Chain, take care, enemies are working against you. And then up under that, we have Chain, which says a chain of events that will affect your life. But then up under that, we have Happiness. Or with flowers, see, like, yeah. And this makes me feel like, I don't know, it almost makes me feel like for some of you, if you were, if you're on the receiving end of this energy where you were the one that put in, and, invested in whatever it was, and you were dealing with like it almost feels like a highly resistant person who wasn't willing to like work with you, or they were working against you, it's because like it's almost like they were surrounded by people that were working against them. But I almost feel like this energy could be coming to you for help. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. Let's get the Moonology book out of here. And I meant to say out here, but I said out of here. Yeah, so maybe someone's telling you like they gotta get out of here. They can't, like, maybe they're leaving the place or wanting to. It could be separating from family. But let's get one for the overall energy. What's going on, Spirit? What messages do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this week? Let's see. Yeah, we have the new moon eclipse energy, which says expect powerful change. The last new moon we had was in Aries. So the next one will be in Taurus. Yeah, something could be significant that happened during that Aries eclipse, I'm feeling. And then up under that, we have the full moon in Virgo, which says you are good enough. And that kind of makes me feel like for some of you, like it almost makes me feel like something like you were recognized, or someone was recognizing the value that you have to them, or how, like, what's the word I want to use? Like how important you are to them with this energy. And it almost makes me feel like for some whoever is in this energy, this ram with the tree, whoever was trying to live up to like family, expectations or traditions or whatever, they had like almost like a realization, like almost like they don't have to, or they didn't have to. So it's almost like they recognize their own worth. Because then up under that we have faith in your dreams. Yeah, because that makes me feel like, oh, it's almost like I'm hearing somebody's inner dialogue that's like saying to themselves, I can have what I want. What I want can, I can make it real. And then we have the new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. And then we have step out of your comfort zone with the North Node. Yeah. This makes me feel like this is someone who had like a lack mentality due to like their family or their upbringing, you know, feeling like they weren't enough, aren't enough. Um, and it's almost like with this step out of your comfort zone, they're ready to leave that behind. Like it felt safe because it was familiar. So yeah. Hold on. Because then we have the full moon in Gemini energy. The answers you need are coming, but then we have a win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra. So it's almost like whoever this is getting like the clarity or the answers that they need to, you know, either step away or separate from whatever type of dynamic this is over here. Like this person has full clarity, it almost feels like, and what they need to do, where they need to go, what's, you know, and it is like it would be at least considered a win-win outcome because you're doing what's best for you. And it's almost like I always say, what's best for you is best for everybody. So, and then if you're on the receiving end of this energy, like you're on, it almost feels like you're on the outside. This person is realizing like you're a person who, you know, like you believe in yourself, you have faith in what it is that you want to do, what you want to like create and be. And it's almost like with this new moon in Cancer energy, um, you and your loved ones are safe. Like, how can I say this? Because it feels like for some of you there, this could have been a situation where like you have, or it's almost like, because I feel like it's very family oriented. Like you don't have, like you do what is good for you, what's best for you and yours, you know, like you don't, it's almost like you're like you don't, I'm not gonna say like this is gonna just sound fucked up no matter how I say it, but it's almost like, yeah, you could have a fam, like I don't know, you don't care about what your family, you know, deems necessary for you. You do what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. And it's almost like you create what it is that you want to create. You are who you are, and you do what you do. So it's almost like, I want to almost say like you're not afraid, or you weren't afraid to, you know, go in a different direction than, you know, your family, or, you know, certain traditions or lifestyles or whatever the case may be. Even if it's like a certain job, or like going into the family business where someone feels like they have to go into the family business, or, you know, and they really don't want to, but they want to appease the family. Like you don't, no. You don't do, like, you don't do that, like, because it's your life. It's not your life is not your family's life. It's your own life, and it's almost like through you, someone is seeing like they have that option as well. Like it's almost like someone made them feel like otherwise. Let's put these back down. Did I? Or felt like they didn't have, you know, an option or any options. Like almost feeling obligated to do or be something, like clearly they were not. And that Ram energy is more so coming through as like, you know, like it almost feels like internal frustration that this person like harbored. Yeah. And then we have the full moon in Capricorn, which says the end of a tough cycle approaches. Can I get another one, please? Yeah, this person could have been struggling with like, again, like some type of obligation to a family, to a job, to a bit, like whatever the case may be. Yeah, so then we have be bold and make the first move, the cardinal moon, and then we have the full moon in Scorpio, which says it's time to release negativity. The next full moon will be in Scorpio, and like I said, the moon is in Scorpio right now. So this Aries energy, this person is getting ready to act on ending a cycle that, you know, it held a lot of negativity to it, because we have at the bottom of the deck, you are enough. Again. And like I said, for some of you, if you're like on the outside of this, or this is not you that's going through this, it feels like, you know, this person may be coming to you for help or some type of assistance or guidance, or because like I said, you are like in this energy, like you know your worth. You know your value. Let's see. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot for this. What's going on, Spirit? What's going on? Because even this makes like, yeah, something is being released. This anger, like it feels like pent up frustration. That's what is being released for this person, or you if it's you. Because yeah, with bread and be bold and make the first move, this is definitely, you know, Aries is cardinal energy. This person is moving out of this energy and stepping into like the energy of, it almost makes me want to say like more life, because it doesn't feel like there was life in this situation. And with ring and pineapple in the end of a tough cycle, it's like this person is now ready to commit to something, to someone. Like it feels like they're coming back around. With this Capricorn, full moon and Capricorn energy, what's going on? Can I get one more? Alright, so bottom of the deck we have the Emperor, which I feel like is this ram. And I feel like this masculine Emperor energy is about to like make a move. You see, I don't know chess, but you see this, like he has that chess piece in his hand. Yeah, he's about to make some type of move. And so look, it's like the Ten of Wands. He's letting go of something. For some of them, like it could be like physically moving and or traveling with the Ten of Wands, but the Ten of Wands is normally looked at as like a burden. I almost feel like this person is collecting their stuff and like packing up to go somewhere. Then we have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, they're headed towards this Queen of Wands energy. And the Three of Cups is like that reconciliation energy. The feminine energy could be in Aries or have Aries placements, because I'm just feeling like this person is just fun and full of life, and it's almost like they're surrounded by good people. With the Three of Cups, they, you know, things are moving forward for them. There's a lot of excitement and passion. There could be a message with the Page of Wands. And then we have the Death and Rebirth card. Like it almost makes you feel like this feminine energy is like they're open to change. Like they don't like shy or run away from change. Like it's almost like they embrace it. And as I say that, we have the Six of Wands. If you're the feminine energy or you're resonating as the feminine energy, you could be getting a message like at night from this masculine energy. Like it's almost like I feel like this masculine energy is telling or like is expressing to this feminine energy like they're done with the situation and they're moving forward with the Six of Wands. But also it's almost like they could be telling you like they've went through some type of transformation within themselves, and you know, almost like saying like, you know, you were, what's that song? You changed them. Cause I'm hearing Jamie Foxx, "You Changed Me," and it's almost like this. Cause then we have a Queen of Swords, and this feminine energy is almost like, I don't think you trust it if you're a feminine energy as the Queen of Swords. But it's almost like you're listening, you're taking it in. You may not even say anything. You just may be like, cause I'm listening. Like I don't think there's nothing for you to say. But it's almost like with the Ten of Swords, it's giving me an energy of like, it's almost making me feel like you've been there. You've been at, you know, rock bottom. And it's almost like you mastered the art of, almost in a way like letting things go, not letting other people's words or thoughts or projections or opinions affect you. So it's almost like I almost want to say like you didn't interfere with this person hitting rock bottom. Like it's almost like you sat back, you didn't say anything, and you let them like come to a conclusion for themselves. Like let them get to the Ace of Swords, because after the 10 is the Ace. So you had to let them, you just had to sit back and let them gain that clarity for themselves. Because as you see, the Queen of Swords, her sword is down. So it's like you didn't say nothing. You just let, because sometimes you can't interfere. Or I'm not saying that you can't. You can, but I don't. A Queen of Swords is wise. She's not going to interfere. Like they're not gonna say anything. Just gonna let you figure it out. Because they knew they had the Ace of Swords. This feminine knew. But it was almost like with the star. Yep. See, they had to let God work that out, because there was so much like confusion and like denial going on with this person with the Two of Swords. Like you see these birds, like they had like many people in their ear, like they were just all tied up like mentally. It's like the Eight of Swords. And that's what's between the 10 and the 2, but it's almost like you let this person see the light for themselves, because you can't force anyone. But it's almost like all you can do if you're that feminine energy is exactly what you did. Just sit back and watch. Like you can tell people a million things. They don't have to listen, even whether it comes from your intentions or prayer or not. Some people don't hear you until they actually see it. Yep. Or go through the experience for themselves. So we have the Tower coming out. Yeah, someone is realizing like almost like it really is with this Tower. It almost feels like the consequence of their actions, whether positive or negative. Because it's almost like they didn't believe in themselves with the Strength card. Can I get one? I can't even get the cards out. Like, damn. We have the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. Yeah, so this Tower is a realization. And the Page of Swords is them observing, like, if this is someone that is wanting to come back in and reconcile with you, or ready to, come back in and make a, some type of commitment to you, it's because they're realizing like the pain that they're feeling or what they're going through, the energy that they were in was this Three of Swords. And they're realizing as this Page of Swords, like what caused this separation was their lack of reciprocity. With the Six of Pentacles at the bottom. In the past. So it's almost like with the World, this is the cycle that's closing, that Saturn energy. which is Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle. And it's almost like, look, oh man, thank you, Spirit. I cannot make this shit up. The Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, like it was just like, yeah, it was like the mind games and manipulation that this person played or thought they was playing, like came back to haunt them because they were, you know, coming from a selfish place with the Four of Pentacles, a very guarded place. But that's being, you know, they're moving forward. To be in this, you are, you know, good enough energy for themselves within their own feminine energy. And with the Four of Cups, like, that's an empathy of, you know, or an energy, I said empathy, the energy of, you know, being discontent and bored. For some of them, they could have moved towards a Queen of Pentacles energy and this person just didn't do it for them. They tried, for some of them, they tried to escape what they did to you by running to another person, but it didn't turn out the way they wanted with the Four of Cups. Like, they were very discontent in that situation, and as the King of Swords, they're seeing that now. It's like, you know how they say hindsight is 20/20? That's what this person is having. So they're walking away with the Eight of Cups. And this Queen of Pentacles could be another person, or they could have just, you know, thought they went towards a better opportunity, but it was not fulfilling at all for this person. It actually left them more emotionally, like, down. And then from the Eight of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. So can I get one for bread and be bold and make the first move? We have the Wheel of Fortune. And this just makes me feel like this masculine energy is now they're ready to grow. Like, it almost feels like ready to grow up. Because for some of you, like, if, let's put it like this. Let's say there was an opportunity that you tried to give someone. Even like this, because this could be work, whatever the case may be. You have an opportunity. And this person, you know, decided to go with another option, whatever that may be, another person, another job, or make another business deal, whatever the case may be. It was because they, you know, thought it would be the better option. Like, you don't know. So they went with it. And it ended up being like a letdown. So it's almost like this person either realized they were afraid of being hurt. If it's, you know, resonating as a relationship for you. But for some of you, if it's not a relationship, it's almost like this person, how can I say this? if it's a job, it's almost like it really just feels like they just weren't ready for it, or believe like they, with the Three of Swords, like, how can I say this? Like, they could have been hurt, you know, like physically hurt, like unable, because now I'm like getting that energy of like being sick. So it's almost like, but it almost feels like it was an excuse. That's what it feels like. It was an excuse. And I only say that because with the Page of Swords, it's almost like, yeah, like sometimes you have to work through, you know, work through the pain. And it's almost like this person didn't want to do that. Not to say that it wouldn't, you know, like that's a good thing to do, but sometimes you have to, because if you have like something physically, you know, wrong with you, that then, you know, and you weren't able to, that makes sense. But if it was just like, you weren't like physically incapacitated, then it was almost like it was excuse, like, oh, I can't do this because I'm this, you know, because I'm hurt, or whatever the case may be. Can I get one for this Three of Swords? Let me get one for this Three of Swords. 'Cause what is this? See the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this now it's going back to like feeling like, I guess you could say, like the family business situation where like you didn't want to let this feminine energy down. Like whatever they wanted you to do, you didn't want to do it. But it was because you realized like you didn't want to hurt this person. But it's almost like you just didn't want to like give or invest. You wanted to just like sit back and collect and receive as a masculine energy, and that's off. But some of you are realizing that whether this is a relationship or a job or whatever, your feminine energy was coming, like realizing like it was wounded, like you were working at a wounded feminine energy. So that's like just think of like a man, a physical man, like making excuses as to why they can't do something, or you know, not really wanting to do anything but wanting to receive. Like that's feminine energy. That's what feminine energy does. And I'm not in there because they're saying like propose. It's almost like if this is like a man and a woman, and the man is an actual masculine, because it could be a woman to, you know, a man. You know, it's, we don't get caught up in the gender, but sometimes you have to explain it this way. This is like a man wanting a woman to propose to him or take care of him, and what? I mean, not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but it's almost like there was like an expectation of being taken care of as a man. Mm. Give me another one, Spirit. or just, you know, lacking, like it's almost like this person lacked the energy of care because they were never cared for. So it's almost like they were carrying around that. It really is like a mother wound. And it's almost like this person is becoming privy to their mother wound because of how it had them acting and reacting to feminine energy. Can I get another one for this Three of Swords? Yep. I can't make this shit up, y'all. The Ace of Swords. Wondering what, like having the full clarity of where that energy came from, and the Nine of Wands, and why they were so guarded and opposed. But now look, we have that full energy under it, with wanting to, you know, go. It almost prevented them from, you know, stepping out and taking a leap of faith. So anytime they were brought up against, you know, any type of energy where it's almost like they weren't receiving it, or it's like, it's not even thinking that they weren't receiving it. They came up across energy that was able to like be caring and nurturing. They ran from it with, as the Knight of Wands. Because it's almost like it may have felt unfamiliar to this person. Can I get one, another one for bread and the cardinal moon here? Be bold and make the first move. No, it's that reconciliation energy, the Three of Cups. Now it's like this person wants to be open and vulnerable because it's almost like that like they're seeing like that's how, or that's where life is. Like that's the only way I can say it, because they're having the strength to let go of the baggage with the strength in the Ten of Wands. Can I get one more, please? I can't make this shit up. The Ten of Wands with the Six of Swords, which is going from chaos to calm. Following their intuition, and for some of you heading towards a High Priestess energy. I feel like this person isn't like, it don't, like I want to say like headed to the promised land with the Ace of Pentacles behind the High Priestess. But it's almost like if this High Priestess is an actual person for this masculine, they have the Ace of Pentacles. And it's almost like they were just seeing it wrong. But almost like now they're waking up and seeing like, no, that's the actual piece. Because remember, we seen that Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords, and the in between them is the Four. I feel like this person may not be sleeping. Like they could be having a hard time sleeping. Not all, but some. And can I get one for this ram and tree with it's time to release negativity? The ram and tree when it's time to release negativity. Yeah, the Two of Wands. Yeah, like this person wants to travel. Like I said, they could want to like move or go in a different direction, but it's almost like with the Two of Wands and the Five of Cups, like they're letting go of like this woe is me energy. Like, woe is not you. Like, what? Woe is you if you choose to stay there. Because that Five of Cups is a card of, you know, regret. And it's almost like this person doesn't want to live with regret when they had an opportunity. And it's almost like for some of them, they squandered it. They played with it. You see how she has her foot in that Ace of Cups? Give me another one. The Seven of Wands. The resistance. Then at the bottom, we have the Devil. And what is the Devil? It's boundaries, restrictions, limitations. It could be a card of ego or obsession. It feels like, and then I like this depiction. I know you pick these cards for a reason. You see how like there's strings on the mind. It's almost like, you know how they say like an idle mind is the devil's playground? It's almost like this person let this energy like pull the strings. Like behind the scenes, they were working out of this devil energy, like feeling a sense of obligation to like negative shit. And not willing to see another perspective, with the Seven of Wands being very, again, like the Ram, aggressive and defensive. Can I get one more? And here we go. We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so they were resisting what it is that they really wanted. So now it feels like as the Chariot, they're ready to like run towards this now. What it is that they restricted or were very defensive towards. Because it feels like from the 5 to the 10 is another 5. So, you know, because I'm hearing catch and release. Catch and release. Hold on a second. Because I know what it means in terms of like fishing. But that's what I'm hearing. Catch and release. And that's where, you know, the fish are, you know, people, it's a form of, you know, fishing where you catch the fish, but then you release it. But it feels like there's something else behind it. Because it's almost like they like whoever this masculine entity is, like, it's almost like they caught the fish that they wanted. And it's almost like they released it. And like almost like, how can I explain it? Like almost thought that they would be able to get like a bigger fish. Because it's almost like giving me the excitement of like catching your first fish. And you're so excited, like, like, because like that's what I'm feeling. Like there was so much excitement, like because you caught a fish, so it's like you almost thought you could catch a bigger fish. So you let the fish that you really wanted go. Give me one for this 5 of Cups. And then it's like, in doing so, like with the 7 of Cups here, it's like now it's like questioning, did you make the right choice? Did you like, because the fish that you caught was the 10 of Cups. But when you released it, you actually like went back to the 7. So I don't know if this person like really wasn't sure of what they wanted. I don't know, but that 7 of Cups is, is confusion. It could be like being emotionally chaotic. It's very, being emotionally indecisive as well. Yeah, like, and then like, oh my God, I've never seen this, but it's almost like, yeah, they thought that whatever they chose was going to like almost elevate them, but what it didn't do that. It just put them, like, they went back to square one, like back where they started. The Knight of Pentacles. It's like it almost stunted this person's growth. Give me one more for the 7 of Cups. And for some of you, if you're the feminine energy, you had to place a boundary up with this person as the 7 of Wands, because you were protecting the 10 of Cups. Or at least, you were protecting what it is that you knew you wanted. The 10 of Cups. But then we have the Magician. Yeah, whatever this person thought that they were going to manifest or create, it was a serious letdown. A serious letdown. And it's almost like now, as the Magician, this person is like trying to find a way to like get that fish back. But it's almost like you didn't want it when it was offered to you, or you had it. I don't know, this is really just ridiculous. Too many, Spirit. Can I get the guidance and advice That's the guy that didn't send advice. So we have work through your fears. I don't know what this person's fear was. What was the fear, Spirit? Let's see. What was the fear? Because the only thing like I feel here is like feeling like they weren't gonna live up to like other people's expectation. Like I don't know. What was the fear, Spirit? Or what is the fear? Because for some of you, they're not there yet. Work through your fears. What was the fear, Spirit? Too many. What was the fear? Committing, making an investment with the Seven of Pentacles. They're saying not amounting to anything. Like, but what do you need to amount to? It almost feels like the energy of like this person having the energy of like things like, I don't know if it's, I wouldn't say the fear is time, but it's almost like taking their time to like actually invest in something. Like they didn't have the patience. Like this person lacked patience, they lacked faith, they lacked the energy or putting in the energy to wait for something to grow. Like it's like you can't you can't plant seeds and expect a full-blown tree to grow overnight. Like no, it takes time, it takes nurturing, it takes love, it takes water, it takes sunlight for anything, for plants to grow when you plant a seed. And that's with anything. It's not like you like, I don't know, somebody like kind of wanted to be like an overnight like success, or to just wake up one day and have it all. Like what? Yeah, it's almost like this person had a tough time, just sitting and allowing like nature to take its course with the Hermit. They didn't want to wait. With the Nine of Wands. But Spirit was like, you gotta sit with this. You gotta get yourself together, like emotionally, because this was like a person who was very unsettled emotionally. But like I almost want to say like lacking emotional intelligence, but that's how the way forward. Wow. Give me one for this. Work through your fears, the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. We have June. And Cup. And Cup says you should accept valid criticism. So June could be significant. Which is what are we in right now? We're in April. So that's what, 3 months away? almost feeling like saying like the 90-day rule. You got all these cards just falling out, yeah. And then we have that mule coming out again, which just says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Like, I don't know, this person, like, I could always say, like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Can I get one more? Because if this person was highly resistant to change, they would lack patience, because they know change requires patience. It requires time. Then if what we have you will be shown the way, and marriage. And then we have seahorse, family matters. That's at the bottom. We have wreath at the bottom, which says sorrow over a loss. Yeah, it's almost like whoever this is, they may have to move away from a family dynamic, and by June, it's almost like, I almost feel like if this is what they want, they'll, be committing to, like a family of their own, or starting a family of their own. Yeah, it's not, it never feels good to have to leave, our loved ones behind. But it's almost like with Valley here, it says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Like, this isn't a peaceful place. Whatever environment, like, it's not conducive to you having this. Or, like, it really doesn't support it. And then we have flag, like, don't be tempted to lower your standards. Yeah. Nobody wants the crab to make it out of the barrel. The crab in that crab in a bucket mentality. They want you to stay there in that misery with them. It makes me always like I feel like that's what I'm entitled to reading, like, don't settle. Like, I mean, you can, that's your choice, but it makes me feel like don't settle. Like, settling is not an option. At least that's how I feel. Like, nope. But as always, y'all, thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that, this reason resonated for some of you. And if not, it just wasn't your story. I hope everyone enjoys the upcoming week. And I will see y'all on the next one. I don't know how the next few weeks are going to go, just because I'm going to be, just doing some personal things. So I don't know. You guys will just see me when you see me at this point right now. Because like I said, I got things that I gotta do. But yeah, so definitely, feel free to like and subscribe, but I will see y'all when I see y'all. All right, later.